Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is another battle in 1.0. It's the GW Tiger, the tier 9 German SPG, being driven by Goliath Killer 1, and we're on Overlord. Yes, this is the new version of Overlord, and we can see alongside the GW Tiger is Lorraine 155 Milli 50. Who's headed off to the back of the map, or is he? Nope. Thinking about it. Yeah, he is going now. Doesn't this terrain look absolutely amazing? So much detail in it now. It's a much different game to it was before. Makes it all the more realistic. So much more fun when it's like this. Now he's headed towards the south end of the north area, or rather the south end, rather the west end of the north area, which is where Arty tend to go on this map. But obviously the 15550 has actually ended up at the other end. He's staying up there. And we can just over there we can see a Nashorn. Yes, I think that's a Nashorn. No, it's a Stura Mill actually. It just shows how wrong I was. Okay, first target. It's a Spick. Sparpanzer. Round out. Oh, big hit! 493 hit points, and he picked up 387 immediately afterwards. The 75 killed the Spick. And he's relocated, found a new firing position. Oh, and that T-71, he dived off the cliff and he's killed himself. He's crashed as he went over. Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to. Some of the changes in terrain are so different that you could easily end up either A, dying whilst you're watching the scenery, or B, going over an edge or a cliff and finding yourself on a terminal way to the bottom. Okay, 449 hit points on that Striv S1. Yeah, you could find yourself crashing off and dying, very unfortunately, because the terrain has changed so dramatically. But this map hasn't changed that much. Not much of a change. Of course, pardon me, Wargaming actually made this map when during the latter stages before 1.0 was released. So it is basically still almost an HD map straight off. Okay, we've lost sight of that Striv, but he was such low hit points that he would have been killed by the splash anyway. But he's going for this Type 4 heavy, direct hit, 357 hit points. Is he going to pick up some stun assist? Well, he's got a long stun because the howitzer on the GW Tiger does have a long stun associated with it. It's a 17 of the stock cannon is a 17 centimeter Canonen 72, but the top gun, which I think we're seeing here used by Goliath Killer, is actually a 21 centimeter Morsa 18/1. Okay, still out on that Type 4, and another big hit, 239 hit points. In fact, it's the one thing that can reliably penetrate a Type 4 heavy is an Arty. And there's another shell just went in there, and I think that was from the Lorraine 15550. And it looks to me like he's also stunned the defender at the same time. Right, there's the defender. Okay, there's the Type 4 heavy. Which one's he going to go for? Defender, Type 4. Defender, Type 4. Okay, so decided to go for the defender. Round out. Direct hit, 536 hit points, but he was spotted. So he's going to have to motor. Oh dear. T-49 coming up. Oh, he's taken a big hit. Ouch. He got hit twice there. Once by a 1375 and the other by the T-49. And he's been killed. He's out the game. Oh, such unfortunate. But, I mean, he did do a lot of damage. And, effectively, their team have basically won. They're 4 tanks up. They've occupied the south end of the map. It looks to me like the enemy Arty are going to get wiped out very shortly. Their M12's gone down. The M53's gone down. The enemy have got no more Arty left. They've got 4 tanks remaining. Most of those are in the middle of the map at the moment. the cap is theirs, but I don't think they will cap. I think what's going to happen next is there's going to be no cap, kill all. Yep, I think goes without saying that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take advantage. Everybody heads for the enemy as quickly as they can, finish off the remainder. So even though Goliath Killer did die fairly prematurely, there was not a lot he could do about it, because he was killed by 2 light tanks in quick succession. And that's the problem when you get to this level. When you're at tier 8, tier 9, these light tanks can have a dramatic effect upon the battle by suddenly appearing out of nowhere. And I know that because I've done it myself. And there's nothing Arty can do under these circumstances, so you are going to die. And that is the end of the game. I believe they capped out, actually, which is a pity, because they could have farmed all the rest of that damage. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. It's a very brief battle. And, well, at least he managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5, exactly 5, and that's all he managed to get. But unfortunately, he was killed prematurely, as we saw. Team scores, well, came top on damage. Just shows how much that 21 centimeter cannon can actually do. He didn't get any kills, and he didn't get the highest base XP. He was actually mid-table with 452, but doesn't matter. They got a win. 5 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 1 splash, damage of 2,074 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits. They were from the AMX 1375 and the T49, and unfortunately they were terminal. He hit 4 in the enemy but didn't get any kills. He did 387 hit points of stun damage caused by 5 stuns. On standard account, he earned 20,972 credits, and because he was killed and because the battle was over prematurely, he wasn't able to earn enough damage to actually compensate for the cost of his shells. So after resupply of ammunition, he actually incurred a deficit of 4,331 credits on this battle. But he did get 452 base XP, and that's all he managed to get from, there was no base multiplier. So overall successful. Then he did actually get some more experience, and the battle was a win, but the unfortunate thing is that the team made a mistake of letting the light tanks get through and kill all the Arty off, which is something I do have a lot of experience of on both sides of the coin, being either killed by the light tanks or actually being the light tank that kills the Arty. It's unfortunate, but there you go. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.